Oh, man is right. Fernand Amandi back on News Radio 610 WIOD. And folks, we've got incredible news for you. Yes, Governor William Weld is still in studio with us, but we've got a very surprise and important guest. Media outlets around the world, I bet you, are listening now because we've got, in my opinion, I've said it all along, I know he denies it, the mastermind of the Trump campaign, Roger Stone, on talking to us about the big shakeup last night. Roger, welcome to the program.
Great to be back with you, Fernando, and my best regards to Governor Weld.
Roger, there's still time for you to come and advise me and Gary. You know we both think you're the smartest guy in politics. Come on over.
Well, as you know, I'm very proud to say I supported Gary 4 years ago. He's a great man. He would be a great president. And I'm a big fan of yours, as I have always been. Of course, I have an antecedent relationship with Donald Trump that goes back 40 years. But to address your question, Fernand, if I were the mastermind, Trump would be ahead right now.
Ain't that the truth?
Roger.
They should put you in at number one, Roger.
You know, no argument. Roger's very controversial, but I don't think anyone questions his political smarts, a veteran of 9 presidential campaigns. Roger, what the hell happened? They're saying now Steve Bannon is in charge, Kellyanne Conway, the campaign manager, and your guy, Paul Manafort, now exiting stage left. Does the Corey Lewandowski strike back coup return?
Yeah, I just don't think that's an accurate interpretation of what's happened at all. Manafort remains the chairman of the campaign and in overall charge. The expansion of a presidential campaign prior to Labor Day is not unusual. No one person can do this job. Steve Bannon's a very good friend of mine. I write for Breitbart, as you know. He's an enormously capable guy with great political instincts. Kellyanne Conway, as I understand it, will now be traveling with the candidate and hopefully helping him formulate and stay on message. This is all additive, but this is not a coup or a shakeup. It's an expansion.
So, Roger, you're comfortable with the changes, although it's being reported in the New York Times, Washington Post, and elsewhere that this is a demotion for Paul Manafort. You see it as simply an addition and everything smooth on the Trump train going forward.
I was in favor of these additions. I have spoken in favor of them internally over the last couple of days. So, yes, I called the New York Times reporter the first thing this morning to complain about her story because I think it is inaccurate. That may be the Corey Lewandowski spin, but it's just not accurate. Manafort's not going anywhere. I spoke to him this morning. He's very pleased with this expansion. He was in favor of it. I was in favor of it. At the end of the day, of course, there's only one decider, as George W. Bush would say, and that's Donald Trump.
Roger, before we let you go, I want to take advantage of having you on here with Governor Weld. I know you and a lot of the folks are putting a lot on the upcoming presidential debates, and I want to ask you unequivocally, do you believe that Gary Johnson and William Weld should be on that debate stage along with Hillary Clinton and your candidate, Donald Trump?
Absolutely. I think the criteria is a simple one. It should not be based on some phony poll rating, which we know by history, once the libertarians achieve that level, they'll bump the level up further. So if their threshold's 15 and the Johnson-Weld ticket reaches 15 in the polls, then the Presidential Commission on Debates, which is not appointed by the president, is not a commission, and is certainly not about debate, will change the criteria to 20. The criteria should be, are you on enough ballots to theoretically win 270 electoral votes? That's victory. The Libertarian candidate will be, candidates will be, the Green Party candidates will be. They should both be in the debate. I have suggested to Donald that he insist on that in the debate negotiations. This idea of protecting the two-party duopoly and shielding people from the fact that there are other important and vital and viable choices has got to stop.
Amen to that, Roger Stone.
All right, you hear Roger Stone and Governor William Weld in total agreement on that one. Roger, thanks so much for popping in this morning. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
Great to be with you, and Governor, keep up the fight.
Will do.